Okay, I'll share my screen. So in our previous session, we were starting about how to connect our RDS with the EC2 instance. So today also I'm going to connect our RDS with the EC2 instance. Maybe first I'll just log. So I'll directly go for RDS. I'm going to create a database. So click on create. So just to click on standard create and choose the MySQL. Engine option is MySQL and scroll down and just change this as a free tier. Don't select the productions or dev test and all. Let's change to free tier and give the password. Give your database and password. Maybe I'll just confirm here the password. So I have given the password. So I'm not going to do any changes. So directly click on create a database. Directly click on create a database. So it has been created, but it will take some time in order to reflect. As of now, it is still in a creation progress. As of now, it is still in the creation progress. See here, it is still creating database. By the meantime, we can create our EC2 instance as well. By the meantime, we can create the EC2 instance as well. So just click on this. So go to your instances and I'm going to create on Linux machine. So click on launch instance. My target is to connect my Linux machine with the RDS. My target is to connect my Linux with an RDS. So that is the reason I'm creating on Linux machine now. So I'm just putting my Linux machine. I'm just putting my Linux machine. And I'm going to choose the previous version of Linux. I'm going to choose the previous version. I don't want the latest version. So just scroll down, just scroll down. If you want, you can give a keeper, or you can also don't want to give a keeper. That is up to your wish. If you want, it is recommended to give a keeper, but for the practice purpose, I'm not giving the keeper. And scroll down, scroll down. I don't want to do any changes. I'm directly going to click on the launch the instance. So click on this instances. Wait till the instance state is changed to running. You need to wait till this instance state is changed to running. It's still in pending. Let's wait. Okay, it started running. By the meantime, we can go and check our database, whether it has been created or not. It is still in creating phase. It is still in creating phase. At least it needs to be changed to backing up. At least the status should be changed to backing up. Now still it is in the creation phase. It is still in the creation phase. See here, they are itself giving like your database might take few minutes to launch. So it will take some time in order to launch. As we know, in order to connect with the database, as we know, in order to connect with our database. So in my previous session itself, I have said the command. I have said the command in order to connect with our database. So first I need to install the MySQL first. So you need to go for yum install and the MySQL. So this will install the MySQL server on your Linux machine. This will install the MySQL server on the Linux machine. Then only we can initiate a connection. Then only we can initiate a connection. We need to make sure whether my SQL has been installed or not. So you can go for MySQL hyphen version. You need to go for MySQL hyphen version. So once this, we can directly connect. Once we given this, we can directly connect. So what is the command is the same MySQL, the same MySQL. Hyphen H means it is a host name. Hyphen H means it is a host name. You need to pass the DB endpoint, database endpoint. You need to pass the database endpoint. Then we need to go for port number. We need to give the port number. This is capital P and hyphen U. You need to pass the username. Hyphen U means it will ask for the username. Then hyphen P, lowercase p. This is the uppercase P. Uppercase P denotes the port number, whereas lowercase p denotes the password. So I will write here minus H is denoting the host name, whereas minus P is denoting the port number. Minus P is denoting the port number. And minus U, it is asking for the username. It is asking for the username. Minus lowercase p prompts for the password. It will ask for the password. So these are the 4 extensions for this tags. So hyphen I denotes the host, and hyphen P, which is an uppercase, will be asking for the port number, and minus U is the username, and minus P again it is a password. Minus P again it is a password. So let's check whether now the database has been created or not. Okay, it has been created. It came in the state of backing up. So what I will do, I'll connect this instance. I'll click on connect and I'll launch directly here itself. So click on. So I'll just click on connect over here. So my EC2 has been successfully connected. My EC2 has been successfully connected. So in order to do this, what I will do, I'll just first install the MySQL on my machine. So go for sudo user. Just log in as a sudo user. Click on yum install and MySQL. Yum install and MySQL. See here, MySQL has been successfully installed on your machine. MySQL has been successfully installed and downloaded, and size is 8.8 MB and installed size is 49 MB. Is this okay? It is asking, give on yes. So it is installing. So installing has been completed. Okay. First, this step has been done successfully. First, this step has been done successfully. We have successfully installed MySQL on my machine. We have successfully installed MySQL on your machine. Next, I need to check whether it has been installed successfully or not. So that I need to check, go to the command like MySQL. I need to put the command like MySQL, maybe MySQL hyphen version. Need to go for MySQL hyphen version. See here, we have installed the version 15.1. You have installed the version 15.1 for the Linux OS using this readline. For the Linux OS using this readline. If the version shows on your Linux machine, this means we have successfully installed the MySQL on your machine. This means we have successfully installed MySQL on your machine. So as of now, I have created the database, and as of now, I have also created one EC2 instance. Till now, what we have done? Till now, what we have done? We have created one database. We have created one RDS database and created one EC2 as well. We have created one RDS and we have created one EC2 instance as well. We have created one RDS and we have created one EC2 instance. Under this EC2 instance, what we have done? Under this EC2 instance, we have installed MySQL. That's all. We haven't connected with this RDS and all. We haven't connected with this RDS and all. We have just installed MySQL on your EC2 machine. We have just installed MySQL on your EC2 machine. Next thing, I need to use this command and then I need to connect. I need to use this command in order to connect with my database. In order to connect with my database. So let's check how to connect. So I already said what is your command is MySQL -h means host name. Where can I find the host name? Go to your RDS. So click on this radio button or go inside your database. See here, there is one term called endpoint and port. So this is the endpoint you need to mention. This is the endpoint you need to give. So go here, copy this and paste it over here and right click here, paste. Next, -p, port number. Port number, where can I get? See here, the default port number for this database is 3306. So just type 3306 and -u, it's asking for the username. So what is your username? So it is database one, it is the username. Username is database one. So right click, click on paste. Then lower p. You don't want to give the password now. It will itself will ask the password next when you click on enter. What I have given MySQL -h, which means it will ask for the host name and the endpoint. So I have directly copied this. The endpoint will be available under your RDS. And if you put -p, it is asking for the port number. Again, this will also available in your RDS. -u is the username. Again, this will also available in your RDS. Then -p, it will ask for the password. So see here, it is asking to enter my password. So you have given one password while creating this database, right? It was asking for the password, right? So that password I need to give here. That password I need to give here. So I just pass the password which I have given. Catching SHA-2 password cannot be loaded. Authentication. One minute, I'll check my username. What am I doing with my username? If you don't want to do this and all in your system. So just to do whatever I have given, that is more than enough. So there is my issue in my machine. So give me some time. Okay, no issues. What you can do, right? So just you don't want to consider this and all in your machine while connecting. Do not choose the latest version. Make sure why the issue we are facing is right. We have previously selected the latest version of SQL. We have chosen the latest version of Linux while creating the EC2. While creating the EC2. Latest version of Linux while creating an EC2. So, here itself I will give do not select the latest version of EC2 while connecting an instance while connect to an RDS. Whenever you are trying to connect with your RDS, do not select the latest version, which means 2023 version we don't want. Just to select the previous version. Just to select the previous Linux OS version. And then once the database has been created and once your instance has been started running, just connect your instance and give this 3 endpoint alone. Give this 3 endpoint alone. You don't need to give any other things on your machine. You don't need to consider about anything. Just to give this 3 steps, it will be automatically connected on your machine. It will be automatically connected on your machine. So once so connected, which means we have successfully connected our EC2 with our RDS, which means we have successfully connected our EC2 with our RDS. And there is one more thing. In RDS, there is one more thing. In RDS, there is one concept called read replica. In RDS, there is one concept called read replica. So whenever you create an RDS, right, it will be automatically whenever you create any RDS, it will be automatically replicated. It will be automatically replicated either in availability zones or in regions as well. Either in availability zone or in region. In any way, it will be replicated. It will be automatically replicated either in availability zone or in regions as well. It will be automatically replicated either in availability zones or in region. Why it is replicating? So, if you are selecting, for instance, if you are selecting, for example, if you are selecting Mumbai region, if you are selecting Mumbai region, so you are creating your database under the Mumbai region. You are creating your database under the Mumbai region. But because of this read replica concept, the data which is available in the Mumbai database will be automatically replicated to the other regions or other availability zones databases as well. So that facility RDS is giving in order to read replica. At least maximum of we can do the 5 replicas for this database. We can do the 5 replicas for this databases. We can store in different location. For example, I can store one replica in the US location, North Virginia. I can store another location in Seoul region. I can store another location in Singapore region, so that I can do my replication all over the regions, or in case of availability zones as well. So it is both availability zones as well as it supports the region level as well. You can store outside the region. If you are, for example, if you are selecting your RDS instance in the Mumbai region, so you can even keep that replica in North Virginia. You can keep that replica in the Singapore region as well, because it is cross region support, not within a region. It is the cross region support. You can keep anywhere your replicas. You can keep anywhere your replicas. For example, This is my Mumbai region. So under this Mumbai region, so I have created one database under this Mumbai region. What I have given, I have created one RDS. So maybe this is my Mumbai region. So we have this is my EC2 which we have created. This is my EC2 which we have created. We have connected this action. So we have connected with this EC2 with the RDS with the command which you have given. We have connected the EC2 with the RDS which you have given. What happened, right? Whenever you create this RDS, it will be replicated. It will be replicated maybe in some other regions as well. It will be replicated in some other region. Consider this is your RDS replica. Consider it is here RDS replica. Maybe this might be in the North Virginia region as well. So this might be in the North Virginia region as well. So in case of any absence, in case of any issues in this database, all the data will be replicated, or we can collect the data, or we can retrieve the data from this database. Even if there is any issues in the database, we have already replicated, right? So we can get the data from here. You can get the data from here so that your data is safe. That is the main reason we are doing this replication and all. That is the main reason we are doing this replication and all, because if there is any issues in your database, so we have all the data replicated in my other region so that you can retrieve the data from here. Okay, my next question is, okay, we have given the replication. But so immediately it will be replicated. That is the question mark. So if I do any changes here, or if I add any tables here, or if I add any data here, immediately that data will be replicated or not? The answer is no. It won't immediately replicate. It will take some time. It won't immediately replicate. It will take some time. So it will take some, because the latency is high. Latency means distance. From Mumbai to North Virginia, the distances and the latency is high, so that it will take some more time in order to reflect. Even if you add one file over here, it will take some time in order to replicate that file. It will not immediately replicate at all. For example, so we have we have the development team in North Virginia. For example, we have our team in North Virginia. So every time you cannot hit the Mumbai region because they are in US, every time you cannot hit this original database and you cannot retrieve the data because the latency is high again. Consider it is your development team. It is here application developers, maybe plus testers as well, plus DevOps people. So they are over here. So whenever they are trying to get some data, they need to hit the Mumbai database. They need to hit the Mumbai database and need to retrieve the data. So, but we have also given the replication. The same data will be replicated in the nearby region itself. The same data will be replicated in nearby North Virginia region as well. So what I will do, I will obviously connect to this North Virginia region. So, okay, good. I'll obviously connect it with that North Virginia. But so the customers are in the Mumbai region. The application customers, but the developers are only in the North Virginia region. The peoples, whoever is using the app is in India, is in Mumbai region. So any file updation or any table creation or anything I'm going to upload in this Mumbai region or Mumbai database, it will take some time to replicate. Immediately, developers or testers or DevOps team cannot see this file over here. That much immediate transformation or immediate replication and all, it won't happen. That much immediate replication or immediate transferring of files and all, it won't happen. So that we need to wait for some time in order to get that file replicated in your North Virginia region. in order to get that file replicated in your North Virginia region, so that then these peoples can access this data from the here itself. Or if you want to really connect, it is that much of urgency for that file, you need to have that file. That time you can connect to your Mumbai region, that time you can connect to your Mumbai RDS region. But usually they will wait and they will connect from this North Virginia region replication RDS only. They won't connect to the direct databases. Here only the replication database only they will be connecting off. Replicated database only they will be connecting off. Okay. So why this and all are going occurring? So mainly we are moving in order to give the why we are going for replications. Why we are going for replications. So first thing we know it is the data, maybe the data safety as well. The first thing, our data will be replicated so that it is safety enough, and mainly because of high availability. The data will be in high availability as well as high performance, so that developers or testers or other peoples no need to wait in order to access from the Mumbai region, or no need that much of latency to access from the Mumbai region. We can create one replica in the other region, and then we can access the data from the replication databases itself. No need to access the direct replication. Again, one more thing. So this is the replication database only. Then my next question is, can I make any changes in this replication database? Can I add files? Can I delete files? Can I write something? That is my next question. So here you can do anything. You can read, you can create a database, you can delete a database, you can add some files, you can delete some files, anything you can do. But this is your just replication only. Here, replication only. So my next question is, can we delete or read or write or do any changes in this replication database? The answer is no. The answer is no. You can just access the files. You can just access the files, whatever has been added over here. But you don't have an access. You don't have an access to write the files. You don't have an access to delete some files. You don't have an access to add some files as well. Only you can read the files. Only you can access the files. But you cannot delete or add new files, or do some changes or modifications or any updations. You cannot do. Just you can read, and then you can use the values over here, but you cannot do any changes because it is just a replica. You are just given a copy. You cannot do any changes over here. So any changes we need to do in this centralized database. Then it only will be replicated over here. If you do any changes here, it will not be reflected in your centralized database. Then there is no use of doing some changes. So if you need to do any changes, if whether you want, and then only it will be replicated. You cannot do, or you don't have an access to do any changes to your replication database. You don't have an access to do any changes under your replication database. Okay. So as a final, why we are moving to RDS? RDS is nothing but it is a MySQL server. And main thing is structured database. It is of structured database. Structured database in the sense it is in the form of table format. The proper table format. It is called structured database. Unstructured means S3 is structured or unstructured. S3 bucket is structured or unstructured. They will call as unstructured because you can upload the files, any files you can want. You can upload the images, videos, PNG, HTML, any files you can form. That is unstructured. The same if you upload it in the form of table data, we can call it as structured database. And mainly it follows the vertical scaling method. First session, like we would have seen, horizontal scalability and vertical scalability. Horizontal is nothing but you are increasing the number of resources, but vertical is nothing but you are increasing the same machine configuration. This RDS is following the vertical scalability. This RDS is following the vertical scalability. But coming to performance, it is less performance when compared to performance when compared to DynamoDB. The next topic we are going to see is DynamoDB. It is less performance when compared to DynamoDB. Because of this less performance, it is also less cost when compared to DynamoDB. It is also less cost when compared to DynamoDB. So it is less performance when compared to DynamoDB, as well as it is less cost. Because the performance is low, obviously the cost will also be less. If the performance high, obviously the cost will also be high. And main thing, it is server based. They'll call as server based database. It is called as server based database. It is called as server based database. MySQL is nothing but it is a structured database. Structured is nothing but it is a proper table format, that is called structured database. And main thing, it follows the vertical scalability method. And again, it will be a less performance when compared to a DynamoDB, as well as it is less cost when compared to a DynamoDB, and it is the server based. So see here, if you go to your RDS, we'll try to connect. See here, we have successfully connected now I have successfully connected with my database. What is the command I have given? Same command, MySQL -u. I have passed the, that is the command. See here, MySQL -h. It is my host name. Where is my host name is available? Under your database. If you scroll down under your database, if you go to your connectivity and security, here it is your endpoint. Then you need to give -p and the port number. -p and the port number, which is 3306. So I have given the port number 3306 -u, and the username is we have given as admin. -p, it is asking for the password. I have given the password. Then your MySQL has been successfully connected. So what I will do, see. So first I need to check whether any databases already available in this MySQL server and all. So what is the Linux command is show. What is the Linux command is show databases. Everything should be case sensitive and everything should be given properly. See here, already under your MySQL, there are some databases available. Already under the MySQL, there are some databases available. If you want, you can create your own database. If you want, you can create your own folder as well under your MySQL. For that, what I need to create a command like create database and your database name. For example, DemoSQL. We have missed the colon, so this is here DemoSQL. So click on next. Okay, query okay. Create database and your DemoSQL. So that is your command. So I'll write here. So once you are connected, what do you need to give? Show databases in order to list out all the available databases, under your SQL server, under your MySQL. Then you can create your own database as well. So create database and just pass here database name. Everything case sensitive and the colon also it is very much important. The colon also it is very much important. If you are not giving the colon also, it won't accept. If you are not giving the colon also, it won't accept. So what we have done, we have just created one database. Now again, I will click on show database. See here, we have created demo SQL, right? That also added in my database list. That also added in my database list. Now I need to use this demo SQL. Now I need to use this demo SQL. In order to use this demo SQL, just a simple command, use demo SQL. That's all. You don't want to do any complex command and all. Use demo SQL. See here, databases changed MySQL and demo SQL. MySQL and demo SQL we have changed, or we have logged into this demo SQL which we have created. We have logged into this demo SQL which we have created. One more command, use. If you want to, if you are creating a database, again you need to use the database. That is the reason you are creating a database. Just one simple command, use this database. So in order to use the database which we have created, there is one command called use database. There is one command called use database. That's all. We have logged in and we have created on databases and we have changed our access to the database which we have created using the use database. Use database. So what I will do, I'll create one table under this database. I'll create one table, maybe one employee table. So give me 1 minute. I'll just create one table. Give me 1 minute. I'll just connect. So what I will do, I'll create one table. So using the MySQL query, and you don't need to bother about creating a table and all. You need to worry about the queries and all. Just there is one sample table over here. I just copy the sample table. I even give it to you guys, and I'll just paste it over here, and I'll just paste it over here. So this will create one table. This will create one schema. See here, I'm not giving this, like just giving one command. Create table. Student name is, table name is students. So the first name, it should not exceed 50. The last name, it should not exceed the character 50. Email, it should not exceed the character 100. Age is an integer. Age is an integer. Gender is an enum, which may be male, female, or other as well. And address, it should not exceed 200 character. Address should not exceed 200 character. Created at your default current timestamp. Current time it should mention. So that is what you don't, again, if you're not like getting this queries, no need to worry. It is an MySQL query, no need to worry. See here, query okay, we have inserted. We have just created, what we have done, we have just created one table and given the column name alone, not inserted any values to the table. We have not inserted any values to the table. In order to insert any values to the table, again, I will also copy this as well. So what I have done, see here, under the first name, I'm inserting Jane. Under the last name, I'm inserting Smith. Under the email, I'm just inserting this. Under the age, gender, and address, everything I'm inserted. So early, while creating a table, it is a schema. We have just only created a schema. We have not inserted a values. We have just opened on Excel sheet like that. It's like a concept of opening the Excel sheet, and we have given just the column names alone. We have not inserted any values into the row. In order to insert any values into the row, just to copy this. See here, query is okay. Select 2 rows affected and records has been 2 rows. If you want to select all the values, if you want to see, select star from your table name. Maybe your table name is students. Your table name is students. See here, this is the data which we have inserted. ID, first name, last name, email, age, and gender. So our first query, I've created this only. In our second query, like insert query only, inserted 2 values into this thing. Inserted 2 values into this thing. Or if you want to see only the first name, you can just give select first name. Select first name from students. See here, only it is giving the first name. It is only giving the first name. Or if you want to select first name, maybe underscore first name, comma, the last name from students. See here, I'm getting the first name and last name as well. I'm getting the first name and last name. Or if you want to get only the female candidate name. So here a female is only Jane. It's not a Bob. So I need only the female name. So I need to give where. So if you're not understanding, that is not an issue, but it is a simple query. It is not that much complex. Where gender equal to female. Gender equal to female. So what I will do last thing. So if I want to delete this table, if I want to delete, like I have performed some operation, it is a structured format. So this is the structured format. It is in the proper table format. It is the structured format. It is in the proper table format. So if you want to delete this table which you have created, there is one command called drop the students. So drop table and the students and the student name, table name. So drop table and the table. See here, it has been selected. It has been successfully deleted. If it has been successfully deleted. So if I try to get any values, see here, table does not exist. Now the table does not exist. So we are, because we have deleted this thing, we have deleted this table as well. So this is how you can create an RDS and you can connect with an RDS and you can perform any actions by creating any table, and you can retrieve a value from the table, or you can like see in Amazon and all. I'm just giving only two examples. I'm just adding only two rows. But in case of Amazon, we have crores of data. We have crores of customer data, or the like items data, or the product details. So everything will be stored in a database. From here only, we will be retrieving the database. From here only, we will be retrieving the databases. For example, the item stock out status, the price of amount, the delivery status, the like it is of prime eligible or not. So everything will be tracked in the or stored in the databases. From here only, it is retrieving to your web page. Because of that, because of this databases only, we are seeing in our web page. Because of this databases only, we are seeing in the web page the exact price and the configuration details and all. So this is how you need to connect with your RDS with your EC2 instance, and you can do any changes over here. Once you've done, you can drop the connection as well. You can close this. So tomorrow, let's see how to connect with the DynamoDB. What is DynamoDB and why we are moving into DynamoDB as well. Okay, yes, let's connect tomorrow.
Okay, Satish. Thank you.